Hi, my name is Heather Falter, and I am the artist that created the painting of Christ called It Is I. I have been wanting to paint this painting for probably 15 years now, and finally felt that kind of push, I guess, to do it. And from the very beginning, I have been led through painting this, and I just wanted to share some of my experiences and tell you about the painting and tell you some of the feelings that I had felt while creating it. So from the very beginning, when I was just picking out the canvas, I planned on doing just like a small one, and when I was in the store, I knew that that wasn't the size that it was going to be, and I was being led past all of these small canvases to bigger and bigger ones, and it was very overwhelming. At the same time, I just knew. So the size of the painting is 36 by 48 inches, which is bigger than I had ever done before. Anyway, the model in the painting is my brother-in-law, and he has always kind of had this scruff to him. One time his hair was long, and I told him probably 10 years ago, "You look so much like Jesus. If I ever paint a painting, would you be my model?" And he's, of course, was just very nice and always said, yeah, I would love to. So finally in 2017, I sewed a bunch of robes, and we went out for Easter and did a photo shoot. And he was so kind and gracious, and it was pretty funny because there was a prom going on at this like little lake that we went to film. So there were tons of people like pointing and saying, "Hey, look, it's Jesus." So that was pretty funny, and he was just very kind. He's always reminded me of him because he has these piercing eyes. I know that there was something about Christ that set him apart, and to me, I feel like his eyes really told a story about him. When I close my eyes and feel what I feel like he looks like, to me, this is what I feel. And that was what I was trying to capture, is what I felt and what I do feel when I kneel and pray and talk to him. So as I painted different than I had ever painted before, and I decided, since it was so big, I needed to kind of break it down, piece by piece. And it wasn't something that I had done before, but I just felt like I was being led to the way that I was meant to do it. Anyway, so I worked by these like 1 foot square blocks, and I worked my way across the painting, and that's how I began this painting, is just working my way through these blocks. And so I finished his eyes first, and each morning as I came down into my studio, I would wake up before everyone else, and I would walk in, and it was very overwhelming to me. It's like I could feel him there with me, and I could feel these eyes helping me, and questioning me. And I felt like when I looked into them, I wanted to be better, and I would kind of, check myself almost, like, what is it that you could improve in your life to be more like him? I felt so much love from them. And as I painted and, looked into them, I just felt him near me. And that has been my desire all along, for anyone who sees this painting to be able to look at this painting and feel his love. So oftentimes when I would be painting, I would have this, I would have things on my mind that were bothering me or that were difficult. And I had this feeling, pretty consistently, that he was stronger than them. He was stronger than the storms that we face. And that topic of storms was on my mind a lot, and I almost named the painting Stronger Than Your Storm. But one morning as I was reading in my scriptures, I was in Matthew 14, and it was when there was the storm on the water, and the disciples were afraid. And Jesus was coming to them on the water, and he said, "Fear not, be not afraid, it is I." When I read that, "it is I," it was like he was telling them, like, it's me, I'm here, and it'll all be okay. And the trials that you face and the struggles that you have, this big giant storm, I'm here, and I have power over it, and I can calm that storm. And that is when I decided to name the title, "It Is I." I feel like he has given me power beyond my own to be able to do things that I would never be able to do without him, including paint this painting. That I know that I don't have the knowledge or the skills to be able to do something like this. But then when he asks us to do something, along with that, he gives us the strength to do it and provides a way. This painting really is my way of thanking him for what he has done for me. He's just always been there. I feel like if there is one thing that I feel from this painting, it's that he loves us. And his love is strong, and it is direct, and he sees our struggles, and he is not afraid.